Not sure what I'm even doing. It's supposed to be the theme song to Wolverine, but the figure is not a official Wolverine figure, nor is it a Hot Toys. But this is going to be my most embarrassing video I'm recording. Let me explain to you why. This is a custom Hugh Jackman as Wolverine figure that I had purchased from a seller on eBay the same day that I had purchased the Scarlet Witch figure years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, using the stimulus check. And the head is custom, put on a super flexible, seamless male body, tan and muscular. It's a plain box. Comes in that. It comes in secured, so I really have no complaints. I'll tell you the interesting story because I was debating whether to do this video or not, just because of how he's dressed. But when I purchased a figure, I'm one of those people that when I purchase or I'm looking for something to purchase through eBay, I look at the product first that I'm looking for and I automatically go to the seller feedback. And if it's good, then I'll just purchase. Which is both the Scarlet Witch seller and the Wolverine both had 100% selling over 1,000 products. And both sold from, I'm going to say in China. So it was going to be shipped from there. So I was happy that I got it. I couldn't make an offer to bring down the price. It was at a $189 asking price. But I did read that it come with, the figure came with extra hands and feet, which I will show you right now. Comes with an open hand. I guess you can purchase a sword, like he had, and I think in the Wolverine films. It's flexible enough that you can put the sword in there. He comes with fists, 2 extra fists. He comes with an extra pair of feet there. So he also comes with something that looks like, I think, socks? Well, here's the embarrassing thing. When I purchased a figure, I just looked at the extra like hands and feet and the claws. Bought it. I went the next day to see if they shipped out the items. The seller already shipped out the Scarlet Witch figure. The guy did not. It was ready for shipment. So I was looking at the figure, and I noticed at the bottom it said it came with 2 pairs of genitals. And I was like, wait, what? So I wanted to make sure that I read correctly. And I thought it was kind of weird because I've never bought a figure like this before. So I emailed or messaged the seller. The seller responded back within a couple of hours. And he goes, yes, if it's going to be an issue, once you get the figure, ship it back. I'll remove that from the package and reship it. So I'm like, wait a minute. It's going to take a long time for me to get, to me it seemed like a lot of hassle for me being a little bit, I guess, prudish, I guess. So I'm like, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure I read correctly because I've never bought anything like this before, which I haven't. So got the figure in. I actually got him before I got the Scarlet Witch, shockingly enough. So it comes with the pants. He also comes with shoes. And he came with the extra pair of, that stuff. And don't worry, I have the settings set for 18 and above, not for kids. I have a niece who's 9 years old, and I dread her messing around the internet. It comes with the stuff that I showed you, and it comes with instructions on how to handle the figure and to be careful because it can only move the way a human being can, because it's like an endoskeleton underneath. The feels kind of fleshy, which is kind of weird. Comes with a nice claws. Not sure if you can see that. It looked the clothing came separate in the box, so I had to put the clothing on, and it came with the underwears. So I was in shock. I didn't know that this was a thing, and in collecting figures. It also tells you not to keep the figure posed the same day for 3 days because it will start to crease. Yeah, so it comes with instructions on how to care for it. As I said before, I don't pose my figures. I just keep them on the stand. So here's a dumb thing. Being dumb, I was gonna put the underwears on. So it comes with an erect thing and a flaccid. So I'm like, you know what? Since it's trying to be realistic, the figure with I put the flaccid on and put the underwears over it, and then put the pants on, just to give it a more realistic look. As I was doing that, there's no zipper. You have to use like your if you didn't put the like an idiot like the what I did, put the flaccid thing on, it would just close up. There was no zipper. When I realized that, I went to take the clothes off because I was thinking of myself being an absurd, twisted person. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? So I went to go take the clothing off, and the belt loop over here started to tear. Well, it did tear, not start. It tore up. And the belt started to crack. So I'm like, oh no. Well, I put the pants back on. I was like, if I'm breaking the clothing, I don't want to start tearing on the figure. And it was, for me, expensive at $189, even though it's free shipping. So I, put the stuff back on. And that's how he stood. He also comes with this, I'm not sure, a custom sand, which is pretty nice. I put this, what is this on my, yeah, I usually put this figure in the closet if my niece is coming, because she loves going into my room for, she likes to see my action figures if I bought anything new. And I do have a few, oh God, Barbies, but it's like Farrah Fawcett, Lucille Ball. They're of celebrities that I'll leave on another shelf. And with the Farrah Fawcett, I actually kind of decapitated her and put her on a made-to-move Barbie, which is basically, I turned it into an action figure. I don't think I'll ever show that in these videos. It never fails, for the love of God. That damn clock haunts me. Jesus. Anyway, it's becoming a thing in my videos, isn't it? The alarm in the back. But yeah, I put him away when I know she's coming, because that's one thing I do not allow her to go into my closet, or into my drawers. That's a huge no-no, and she knows that. But it's a nice figure. Let me show you the head sculpt on this guy. I'm not sure. To me, it kind of looks like Hugh Jackman, or at least I know that the person who customized it was going for that look. I'm gonna see if I can get a stand for my camera phone, so I can do it vertical. And he also comes with his little chain thingy. So I was like, I can't complain, because the Hot Toys Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is going to run you at least over $400, maybe more now. He does have moving parts, and it's seamless because there's no the articulation joints you don't see. That's what they call them. You can do his famous Wolverine pose, but you just cannot keep it for more than 2 days because it will start to crease. That's what the warning in the instructions. You got to keep moving the figure around every 2 days if you're into posing them. And you guys know me already. I don't like posing them for that reason. Well, it's just I don't like posing them. I'm afraid I'm going to break the figures. And this one being my most expensive figure in my collection, I don't mess with them. But yeah, I can't complain because I was thinking about purchasing a Hot Toys. And when I saw the prices, I mean, they're beautiful pieces, but at those prices, it's, oh man. I mean, just what I put for this figure alone and the Scarlet Witch, that's a quarter of my rent right there. So I just want to be careful with these figures. One of my friends that I talked to, that I met through PlayStation, he buys a lot of Hot Toys, and he says it's the same thing with them. Even though their figures are made out of plastic, the clothing material, if you keep moving them around, they will start to tear. I'm like, oh, that sucks. At those prices, that's gonna happen? Like, yikes. But yeah, this guy and the Scarlet Witch are two of my favorite larger scale size figures. He runs, I think, at 12 inches, and Scarlet Witch maybe 10 and a half. It's one of my bad things. I don't give the scaling size, but I usually put it in the thumbnail, the scaling. But he's a nice looking piece. I mean, for me anyway. But that's about it. Good thing I pre-ordered the Supergirl figure, so that should be coming in sometime this month from McFarlane, Woman of Tomorrow. And I also pre-ordered the Dr. Fate Silver Age and Superman Silver Age figures. So hopefully I'll be getting that soon so I can show you guys the figures. I can't believe that the prices were raised on those figures, because Supergirl, Doctor Strange, and Superman are now $28 to purchase when they were like at $25, and then the collector's edition $30. So things are getting to be a bit costly, and people wondering why Hollywood is suffering. Things are expensive. I'm not sure why people try to blame one thing for a movie flopping in theaters, but things are getting up there. But I'll leave it at that. I hope whoever's watching this video has a blessed day. Spend time with the family. Try to relax. It's a crazy world out there. I kind of feel like we crossed over from the Twilight Zone straight into Tales from the Dark Side. But try to help each other out, your neighbors, because we're gonna need our, people, to help out. We don't have that anymore. People are just all the time angry, and it kind of sucks. But be safe and take care.